Hello everyone, my name is Macy if you don't know me, and if you do know me, hi, welcome back. As you can see, today is a faceless video primarily. I'm mainly just doing a voiceover and we're gonna chit chat a little. I'm basically gonna treat this as a mini podcast and I guess you're just gonna have to deal, but I think it'll be kind of fun. Let's just get right into it. So first, I want to talk about some Christmas traditions. I'm feeling the Christmas spirit, you guys, especially as we get close to the end of the semester. I'm in my last week of class and then the week after is exams. So the Christmas spirit is knocking down my door because I'm also going on a trip right after exam week, so I'm feeling very, very, very excited. But now that my room is all decorated, like you guys saw in the first day of Vlogmas, which you should definitely go watch if you have not yet, reminder that there is a Vlogmas 2024 playlist where every single Vlogmas vlog will be uploaded. But regardless, back to the Christmas traditions. So my mom, her name is Christine, and all of my cousins, during Christmas, we go to an event that she puts on called Aunt Chris's Christmas. So obviously she's not my aunt, but she's all of their aunts. It began as a mall scavenger hunt, and now it's kind of evolved into just like relay games at someone's house, but I'll get a little more into it. So first we started with doing it at the mall. This was when I was younger and my cousins were probably all like teenagers, but once they grew up and they all started going to college, we kind of stopped doing the mall situation. But some of the things that we'd have to do when we go to this mall were public humiliation at its finest. But my mommy always did funny stuff like that because we'd get really funny videos and pictures. So I remember one of the things that we had to do for our mall scavenger hunt was dress up, like go to the Sephora and put makeup on our male cousins. Like we had to pick a member of our group to dress up, and I think almost every single one of us picked one of our male members of our group, and then we had to take them to like a Macy's or some sort of dress store and have them like do a modeling photo shoot with some sort of Christmas item, and we had to get pictures of it. Like that was the sort of thing that we did. And my mom, honestly, it was so magical. She would make it so fun. And she would go into stores and like talk to the owners of the stores and hide clues in the stores, and like the owners would give us hints to try to find these clues. It was so fun. I also remember one of these things that we had to do because it would embarrass me every time, but if my entire group participated, I wouldn't feel so embarrassed. So there's a carousel in the middle of like a mall near us, the local mall that we would conduct this at. And there's a big carousel in the middle, and every year without fail, first of all, we'd have to be dressed up wearing either Santa hats or like reindeer antlers, so everybody knew what was up. And then we'd get on this carousel. Every member of the group had to get on the carousel, and we'd have to sing Christmas carols as the carousel rotated and like have someone record it for us. So we had to sing until the carousel stopped. And I remember that because it would stress me out and make me embarrassed, but low-key so fun. And I'm sure that the people that were watching us do it thought it was hilarious. As I said, it's kind of evolved now, and now Aunt Chris's Christmas is primarily an at-home situation. We usually throw it at my house. Now it's mainly games, but here's the catch, is my family's very, very, very competitive, especially once we get to Aunt Chris's Christmas. Like we don't have that many competitions that we do throughout the year to keep us at bay. So all of the super competitive energy comes out during Aunt Chris's Christmas. The games that we play are primarily like minute to win it or relay games. Another Christmas tradition that I really want to talk about is a Christmas Eve box. I'm sure that many of you have similar type of traditions to this one. This one I feel like is the most common. My mom, again, would make Christmas so magical, and she would do a Christmas Eve box. So every year on Christmas Eve, usually we'd go to church on Christmas Eve, and then we'd get home and do the Christmas Eve box. So my mom would always get like really unique snacks for these boxes. Like she'd get us really weird sodas, and I remember we had like peppermint soda and gingerbread soda and just like fun stuff like that to try on Christmas Eve while we watched our movie. In the Christmas Eve box, there'd also usually be the movie of the night. I feel like everyone watches a movie on Christmas Eve. We'd also have our matching pajamas in there, and I'm just a sucker for matching pajamas. Like, I love them so much, whether it's matching with other people or you're just wearing a little matching set, like, kind of obsessed. And then we would also usually decorate cookies at this time before our movie started. But the Christmas Eve box was so cutesy. Something that kind of go along to the Christmas Eve box, just because now I'm thinking about Christmas Eve, is the Christmas traditions within my siblings. So I've been mainly talking about like family-wide traditions, but with my siblings we had littler things that we would do. So for example, because me and my sister live together now, my brother's all grown up and moved out, me and my sister make forts every Christmas Eve, but it used to be me, my sister, and my brother, and we get like my gymnastics mats from childhood and like anything that we can find. Basically, we take every blanket that we can find in the house, gymnastics mats, we put up whiteboards, we put up chairs as like structural integrity. There's a lot going on with the fort, but it's one of my favorite things. I love to sleep in our fort on Christmas Eve. I don't think we'll be able to do that this year unless we can try to recreate it on our trip, which I think would be kind of funny. Maybe no fort this Christmas, which is a little sad, but that's okay because I'll probably just do it when I get back from my trip, because we're just going to treat it like Christmas back at home as well. During Christmas time gets me really stressed out. I tried to go to the mall recently on Black Friday with James, and I got way too overwhelmed. There was just like too many people. It actually all came crashing down when I walked into the Bath & Body Works, which I should have known not to try to hit up the Bath & Body Works on Black Friday, but I wanted to get my friends things, but I didn't even end up getting because I was too stressed out. But I am an online shopper. I love to online shop. I love to online shop for Christmas. There's a span of 2 days where my bank account just smacks me across the face and my money plummets. But I've been trying to be a little more budgeted this Christmas, trying to keep track of, been paying attention to what gifts I am getting so that I know where my money is going. But I just love to online shop. What can a girl say? It's so fun to sit in bed and shop, and especially for Christmas gifts, because I do like to give Christmas gifts. I'm not a huge gift giver person. Like, that's not my primary love language, one may say, but I do really enjoy doing it. I love to give gifts and I love to get gifts. It only stresses me out if I don't know what they want, because I am not a great gift giver when it comes to having to try to think of things by myself. I got my own wrapping paper this year too, and it's making me really, really hype. James and I went to Home Goods on Black Friday too, just as like one of the stores we stopped at, and they were selling some really cute wrapping paper. So now I have some like pink Candyland Christmas themed wrapping paper to wrap my gifts in. One of the things that my mom does, which I don't know if other families do this, if this is like the norm, but my mom picks a wrapping paper for each member of the family, so whoever's in the house and is going to be opening gifts on Christmas, and she wraps them all in that one color, so we never have to do like the who is this for type thing on Christmas. We always know because all of us have a specific color or pattern that we are supposed to abide by. I'm only going to be using my wrapping paper to wrap all my gifts, and probably just have certain ones for certain members of my household and then my friends and stuff. But purchasing the wrapping paper definitely made me more hype. I was literally just like, wow, I should start wrapping my gifts. And then I was like, girl, it's a little too soon, because I want to wait till all of my gifts that I've ordered are delivered so I can do like a wrapping moment, like have hot chocolate, put on some Christmas music, and wrap my gifts all together. But we are going to have to make sure that all of my stuff gets in on time for that to happen, which is why I've been Christmas shopping even more recently. The final little Christmas tradition that I will mention for today's little mini pod is we used to have a quad. So when we lived on land, we kind of lived in the woods, and it was always so pretty when it snowed, but we didn't have really any sledding hills out there. So one of the things, which this is not safe, do not do this. I again think that this is kind of common, but don't do this. Do not follow by my example. This is not safe. Me, my sister, my brother, and I would basically like bungee cord sleds to the back of our quad, like pretty far back from our quad, but just attaching them to the back, and then we'd rip it down our road because we had like a half-mile driveway that was a private drive, so no one ever came down there, and we just rip it down that road. And it was so fun, but you would get like spun off and whipped into the snowbank. And while fun, also very, very cold. I never got seriously injured, which is a blessing, but I would not lead by my example. I would say regular sledding is probably less dangerous and probably has the same effect. I was just crazy. I don't know what we were doing. I was being led by my crazy older brother. So I'm going to place the blame on him for that one, I guess. My family Christmases have always been so fun, so magical, thanks to all of the members of my family that make that possible. And because of the Christmas experience that I've experienced in my childhood, I've told everyone that I'm excited to recreate Christmas for either my nieces and nephews or my own family. Like, I'm just excited for it because I'm willing to get that oatmeal and that glitter and mix it up and say that it's reindeer feed and sprinkle it all over the front yard. Like, that's just who I am. So but I think that will be wrapping up my little mini podcast while you watch me color. I hope you enjoyed this. It's kind of relaxing, low-key for me to watch, and I love to color, so it's a win-win. I hope that you either found comfort in watching me color or comfort in listening to me talk. If you found comfort in either, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and have your post notifications turned on so that you are updated whenever a new video is posted, which is daily right now because of Vlogmas. Don't forget, we have a Vlogmas 2024 playlist for this channel, as well as Vlogmas 2023 and Vlogmas 2022 if you want to go back and cringe. But thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and here's a little face clip of Macy as a treat to end out the vid. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Happy Vlogmas. I hope you have an incredible morning, afternoon, evening, or whatever time it is for you, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!